breaking news, a cyber attack on the U.S. military Central Command by ISIS supporters or sympathizers. Joining us now for his first nationally televised interview as the new chairman of the House Armed Services Committee, Texas Republican Congressman Mac Thornberry. Mr. Chairman, thanks very much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Wolf.
It's very disturbing, awkward, at a minimum, very embarrassing, and potentially very complicating that the U.S. military Central Command Twitter account, YouTube account, they've been hijacked. They've been hacked, if you will, by at least sympathizers of ISIS. What can you tell us about this?
Well, I think it tells us all at least several things. One is this is a flexible, adaptable enemy that is looking for weak spots, and they are looking to instill fear into our military, into our society in general. Second, it tells us that this is an ideological struggle. And other than the Egyptian president, not many other people are pushing back against the ideology that social media and other things are a part of. And finally, it tells us that cyber is the new domain of warfare. We've seen the North Koreans, now we've seen some sort of terrorist group reportedly. We're going to have to deal with cyber as a domain.
We know the FBI is now investigating this attack on the U.S. military's Central Command. Should we anticipate more of these attacks on the U.S. military, the U.S. government down the road?
Well, sure. They will attack us where they think we're vulnerable, and that includes cyber. Now, as I understand it, it was not the military website, military networks themselves that were attacked, it was the Twitter and the YouTube accounts. So certainly throughout the private sector, wherever they can work their way in and again instill fear, cause doubt and uncertainty, they're going to do that because they are attacking our society. They're not just about blowing people up, they're about attacking our society as well.
The Central Command just released a statement from their headquarters down at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, saying that they don't believe a sensitive classified information was necessarily compromised, but they are saying they're notifying appropriate Department of Defense and law enforcement authorities about the potential release of personally identifiable information, and they're also saying they'll take appropriate steps to ensure that any individuals potentially affected are notified as quickly as possible. They apparently released information about names of military officers, addresses. This is very worrisome.
It is, and remember, the reason they did it was to instill fear. So if you put out on the internet names of family members, addresses, and so forth, it is designed to make the military folks worry about themselves and their family safety. That's why I say this is in part an ideological struggle. They are trying to attack our society, so seeds of dissension and fear and bombings, assassinations, social media are all part of the tools they use to attack us.
Yeah, it's very worrisome that they could hack the Twitter account and the YouTube account of the U.S. military Central Command, which is responsible largely for this war on terrorism throughout the Middle East, whether in Syria or Iraq or Yemen or any of these other countries. That's the domain of CENTCOM, the U.S. military Central Command. Stand by, Mr. Chairman. I have a lot more to discuss about what's going on in this war on terror. We will continue our conversation in just a moment.